Hello and welcome to this lesson of the course Video Editing Technical Workflow. Today we are going to understand the workflow of color grading, or color correction and color grading. There are theory lectures, some videos where you can follow the theory of color about human perception of color. We have given some terminologies related to color correction and the scopes. I will be showing you the scopes over here in this tutorial also. And then lastly, we have shown in one of the videos DaVinci Resolve. How do you workflow of color grading DaVinci Resolve? That is a short video, but you will get to know everything regarding it. And here I am going to explain in detail. So this is our cut. It is a 1 minute 33 second cut, you can see here. And now we are going to color grade it. So here in this window, you can see this is a waveform. I have selected from here video scopes I selected. And if I deselected, video scope will go. I selected, video scope is here. And from here, I have selected Luma. If I select RGB Parade, it will show the color of the frame. But I want the Luma, the brightness first. Okay. Now, first thing, when you start to color correct any image, the first thing is that you set the brightness and contrast and the luma of the image first before jumping into the color. So whenever you see a frame, now this is very important and this information you should always remember. Whenever you see a frame according to the brightness is divided into three parts. We can also say that a frame is divided into three parts according to the brightness: highlights, midtones and shadows. The brightest part of the frame is highlight. The brightest parts, regions of the frame are called highlight. These are the brightest parts. Midtones are the human skin or things which are in middle. Okay, and these are the dark portion are the shadows of the frame. These are the shadows. Here is the shadow, the shadows of the frame. So we need to, color correction is about correcting the footage and color grading is about upgrading, giving a look to the footage. Here we are going to see that how do we salvage the footage, how will we correct the footage first in terms of brightness. So here you see this frame and I'll tell you how to read this waveform also. This region is burnt out. Burnt out means while recording, the cameraman could not help but take the amount of light which is coming from here and it is burnt. How do we know that is burnt? Because burnt means even if we reduce the brightness of this region, it is not going to be reduced. It is going to be seen like this white only. So this is a camera mistake. And you can see here that it is clipped. You see other waveforms. There are spikes over there. There are spikes over here. But it is coming as flat. That means it is broken, it is burnt. Okay, and because of this light, the face of the actor is dark. So we need to improve this thing first. So what we need to do, let me just delete this and I'll show you from the beginning. We need to first set the exposure. So I am taking this color board here. This is a effects palette. You can see all the effects are here. There are many effects here. Audio effects, text effects are here. In every software we get this effects palette. In Premiere it is on the left side. Here it is on the right side. In every software we'll get the palette. So color board I chose and I have dropped it into this clip. And in the inspector this color board has come. If I click this, now see, color, there is a color tab, there is a saturation tab and there is an exposure tab. In all the tabs, you can see 4 buttons like this, 4 wheels like this. Okay, 4 circles like this. These are the highlights, midtone, shadows and master. Highlights, midtone, shadows and master. Highlights, midtone, shadows and master. So in an image, you have divided the image into 3 parts, highlights, midtone and shadows, and you can work on the image separately. But as I've already told you, this portion of the region is burnt as shown here. So we cannot salvage much, but still we will see what can be done. So I reduce the highlight here and you can see much of the brighter portions are getting reduced. If I reduce the highlight even more, you can see what happened here. Okay. Okay, I'm increasing only the highlights I'm increasing. So this much is fine. Now I need, this face is over here. So I need to increase this. A little bit of midtones I increased, and I'll reduce this little bit to just to make it touch here. Okay. So this was the image first. You can see the difference. I'm selecting, deselecting. This was the first image and this is here now. Let me increase the midtone a little bit more. And it looks even better, right? So correcting the footage, this was very dark, and now little bit of things we can see, right? So this was the original, and we have done this much now, and all these things are burnt. I already said whatever I do won't help much. So you can see the burnt regions, these burnt regions are coming over here. But if I move it, this is also moving, and this region is coming over here. So you read from left to right, left to right. Okay. So this was your image, and then we have done this. We have increased the midtones, only the midtones we have increased. We have reduced the shadows and the highlights a little bit. Okay. Let us come here, do the same thing. Color board I have copied. This color board has come here, and this is the timeline that this is the waveform that we can see. Okay. Again it has clipped, and I increase the midtone. The face is becoming clearer. You can see this. And I will touch this, make this shadow, the darker regions touch this 0. So I'll just reduce a little bit, and yeah. So this provides the contrast also. If I'm putting the highlights at the top here and putting the shadows to 0, it is giving a contrast, nice contrast also, right? So not much, I will not, yeah, this is much more clearer now. Okay, I have increased the midtones quite a bit. Okay, so you can see clearly the face of the actor now. So we can see. Okay, so all these are, we will be coming to them. First we are taking different shots. Now let us come to this shot again. And again, we have this color board here. And see, first read this. So this region is the darker region, and here we have a pretty balanced. Here we have pretty balanced highlight, midtone, and shadows over here. So if we increase the highlight, you see some of the parts are going up. We don't want that. Any part. What we'll do, we'll increase the midtones a bit. Not much. This frame is okay, and this is better clip than the previous one. So we don't need to do much. See what we have done? Yes. We'll reduce a little bit, not much. So this was the original, and this we have done. Okay, which looks decent over here. Now let me see if there is any other. So this is a different. So all the shots are of these 3 angles only, except the last one, this one. Okay, so this last one is a different angle. So let us come here also. You can see the color board already setting to 0, and here is the color board's waveforms thing. So I'm just reducing a little bit of highlights and increasing the midtones and decreasing the audio. So this was the before and this is the after. So little bit, not much. You have to read the waveform in order to know that what is too much, what is not much. So if I use this, you see only the middle part, midtones are changing. If you see here, okay, only midtones are changing. So I'll just put it over here so that it looks better. Okay, let us come back to the first shot again. Let me click this. This was the shot. So if I increase the shadows a bit, it becomes totally white, flat kind of shot. There is no contrast also. So this is fine. Yeah, it is touching. The least part is touching over here. So this is fine. And I can just little bit increase the midtones again. Okay, you can see the midtones, the values of the midtones have changed. I have done it manually here. You can do it. You can put values also if you know about the values. Let us come to the now second part, the saturation part. First, we set up the exposure of things. So this was the exposure that we set up. And now the saturation. So saturation, what I'll do, I need the saturation if there is a need that I only want to increase a part of the saturation. So I can here again do the same thing that I did with the exposure. I can change the shadows. I can desaturate the shadows. I can oversaturate the midtones. Let's see if I just do the saturation, only the face parts and other parts are getting saturated. Saturated means amount of color. Whatever we shot, the color will be revealing more. There will be more amount of color in the saturation. This is desaturated. You can see all the midtones are desaturated. It became black and white. So this is the master. If we increase this, it is a bit saturated. You can see the color of here. It is not just brightness, but the saturation is also coming. Okay. So this was the original, and after the saturation and everything. So to check the saturation, I will switch on the RGB parade. See, this was unsaturated image, and when I put saturation, you can see it is well balanced over here, and the colors are more prominent over here. So this is the second step where we set up the saturation. So let us come here also and go to the color board and saturation part. And let me improve the master saturation. You can see the face, it became with a much more cinematic, if I used a layman term, but actually it is more saturated, the face. Right? It is not just brightness, but the colors also. They are more saturated. You can see here the changes. Okay, even the leaves you can see. Everything is more saturated. The shirt, everything. Okay. So we were talking about saturation here, and you can see difference in the face. There's more color over here. Okay, let us come to the next part and come to the saturation and increase the master saturation. We are increasing the saturation of all. You can see it is filled with more colors. Right? Not just the brightness, but there are more colors in it. And you can see for the RGB parade also, from left to right, left to right. Okay, and it seems well balanced also. All the colors are well balanced. All the waveforms, graphs are looking same. So these are well balanced also. Okay. So once more I'll show you before and after of. We have just done brightness contrast setting and saturation right now. And it already looks a little different. Sorry, I have to select this clip and then do before after. And we have done before after here also. I have to select the clip before after. Now this is the color correction part. So we have corrected the footage, whatever the mistakes, underexposed or no colors, and we have corrected the footage. Now we will start actually putting the saturation. We have already started color grading, but now we will start it again, take it to a different level. So I'm selecting color over here, and color wheels I will be selecting, and I'll just put over here color wheels, and RGB parade I will keep opening. I will go back and select this clip. You can see color wheels coming up. Now color wheels. Let us understand the concept of the color wheels. you can see highlights, midtones and shadows again. So you can change the color of highlights separately, midtone separately and the shadows separately. Okay, so if I do highlights to the red, you see only the highlights are going red. These shadows and midtones are not going red because I increased too much, that it affected some of the midtones also. If I do shadows to green, you can see all the darker parts regions are going green. If I do midtones to maybe blue, so the face is becoming bluer. Okay, let me refresh everything. And generally a cinematic image has warm highlights. These are the warm colors here. This area is the warm color. Okay, red, yellow and all those. So little bit, not much. You see the warmth, this is going up. So I don't want this to go up. Okay, I want it to balance, but little bit of highlights I will put. It is going up, which is not right, but still I'll handle something. Then I'll put some blueness to the shadows. Okay, this is how so warm highlights, it is going up, which is not right. Yeah, so I cannot go above than more than this. Okay, so warm highlights and cold shadows. So this is one look. You can see the difference. You can change the look also. You can make it cold highlights and warm shadows. It will look like this. Cold highlights. Okay, the color wheel is not selected. See, cold highlights. The highlights are cold and warm shadows. Shadows are warm. Okay. Let me not touch the highlights because highlight is going up. So let me just put shadows into blue region, and midtones I will increase the redness of the midtones. Right? Now, one thing in color grading you need to understand, that it should not look unnatural. And how do we understand that it is looking unnatural or natural? By looking at the human face. If the human face is looking something different, because we know how a human face is. If the human face is looking a bit different, then we know that the colors are wrong. The audience will know the colors are wrong. So human face should look natural. And your correction, so little bit, I cannot go much beyond that because the colors are spilling out. So you can see only little bit of warmth I have added from the midtones and the highlights, and I have added coldness. These are the cold colors, this region. Now if I add master, master will add to all three regions, so I'm not doing anything with the master. I'm just leaving it there. So this is the original before adding these colors, and after adding these colors, this is the final layer. So if I remove everything, so this was the original frame which we started working on, and we added saturation and exposure and we added colors, and this is the frame now. Right? On the go, I am just changing. The editing, it is a rule that you cannot let the audience know that you have done something, you have edited something, right? So if you put too much of color, people will know that it is color corrected or this is not natural. So let us come again here and let me put a color wheel into this frame. Okay, let us go to the color wheel. Let us put a little bit warm. See, this is going beyond 100, so I cannot put much, but I will increase a midtones quite a bit, not more than this. I'll just check. Yeah, midtone is looking nice. And the shadows, right? Warm highlights and cool shadows, a cinematic look. Okay, simple look, and the face is also looking normal, like a human face should look. But we know that the normal was this. This is the original. And after adding exposure and saturation and adding the color, we have got this. The whole frame now looks better. Let us come to this. Put the color wheel here and do the same thing. Increase a little bit of midtones. Keep checking these things and add shadows. You can see there is very little changes, and we don't need, because this frame is very well exposed and the colors are also coming out good. But if we increase the midtone, see what happens, right? So I'm not going to increase it much. I'm just going to keep it here. I'll increase it a little bit here, and this looks quite good. Okay. So this was the original, and when we added this colors, we got this. I'm adding a little bit of red to the overall frame to match it with the previous ones. Now this red has gone too much, so I'll just little bit of red, not much. Okay, little bit of, you can see. Yeah. Okay, so this is it. The main 3 frames we have done already, right? So what we'll do, now we'll select this, and I'm doing Command C on Mac, and I have copied this clip here, and I'm coming to this region. This is the same clip, okay? So I'm doing Shift Command V. When I place Shift Command D, so whatever effects were added in this clip are coming here. So I will deselect the letterbox. Letterbox is this cinema scope, and I'll only select color board and color wheels, and I'll paste, and automatically it changes. It becomes what now I can go and tweak this a little bit. I think this is the exposure is, I can reduce a little bit of exposure. I can decrease the highlight a little bit more. Otherwise it is fine. Everything else is fine over here. Okay. Now let me find another shot of from the same angle. So here again I do Shift Command V, deselect the letterbox and paste it automatically. The saturation, exposure, and the warm and cold, warm highlights and cold shadows are coming here. Again here, Shift Command V. Okay. Again here, Shift Command V. And this is a different shot, different clip. This is a different clip, but it is from the same angle. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the same effect over here. And let me see, yeah, the highlights I cannot do anything. I already told you. This we can do, but we have to do it on the or different software. In NLE, not much can be done. Okay, here, yeah. Let us come back to this clip. Let me copy this, Command C, I've copied it, and I'll find clips like this. I'll just, you can see the change. Yeah. So I'm copying the values that I had with the similar shot, the same clips. I'm not copying this clip from that clip, only the similar clips I'm copying, and then I will see that overall matching. Okay, so this is a smaller clip. Here again, there's a clip. Okay, you can see. Here again. Remove the letterbox and just color correction. Okay, this is the last clip of this shot. Okay. Let us come now to this particular clip, and let us copy this clip to all the, okay, there's one. See the timeline, what I'm doing, and then check the waveform and both the things. This is also wrong. This is also wrong. You should not have this below. But it looks fine over here.